There was a small part of me that thought that I would open this goals video up and be like, still not in the new house, but, oh, hi Loki. Hi. But obviously, not only am I in the new house, but so is my cats. Hi everybody, this is my goal setting video for the month of August 2021, and I'm filming this a little bit early as I usually do, but this month especially, I'm trying to get this filming out of the way before the truck arrives. So you can hear all the echo in my voice. Our furniture is not here yet. We have some furniture that we got off of Amazon, but most of our stuff is still on a truck somewhere in the desert. So I'm filming in my kitchen. I apologize for the sound, but that's just the way it's gonna be. And you'll see when we go through my tending list that I'm still not done with most of the things on there, but I have made progress on almost every single one of them. And I can tell you basically when I expect them to be finished. Before I jump into this video, I also want to mention that I started using the HB90 system for work because we're down here, Loki. He really gets unnerved if he doesn't know where we are. I started using the HB90 system for work goals, like more specific money type things. Although I haven't really kind of incorporated that yet. So I'm not sure how these are gonna work together yet. I'll leave the video linked up above where I talked about the HB90 system. I think I just like to add planners in when I'm stressed out, which is what I think I did, but I'm really interested in using it. But I think it's gonna have to wait until I get my office set up and I really dig into work. Right now I'm sort of working off of stuff I did ahead of time to prepare, and there's a bunny outside because I am so distracted right now. Hi kitty. Loki, there's a bunny outside. Come here, come here. Shh. Go see, come on. Again, distracted. Anyway, I will be updating you more on that, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna continue to use my Powersheets the way I've been using them because I got too much happening. So let's take a look at them, right? First of all, my priority for the month was a successful move, and you also can see on my monthly action items that my top one was to move successfully. You know, like the Sphinx and Mystery Men. Successful move is when one moves successfully. I haven't filled it in yet as it's being done because the truck hasn't gotten here yet. Once the truck gets here and everything gets into the house, I will chalk it up to a successful move, but we have done the hardest parts, I think. The drive and everything else. I've got videos, I'll link all those below. But that all got done. We're in the house, we're safe, the kitties are safe, and the kids get here in another week and some change. That brings me to my tending list for July. As you can see, there's a couple things filled in. There was one thing fully filled in at the time of filming this, but it's kind of in progress, but I'm just gonna run down them and let you know where I'm at because I'm pretty confident that these will all get wrapped up by the end of the month. I already explained the move successfully. Setting up the new office. In the time right before I clicked start on this video, I got my desk and my new couch delivered for my office. So we're in a good spot to get the office basically set up once the truck gets here. Now it's not gonna be fully decorated and everything like that, I don't think by the end of the month, but it will be everything in its place and me being able to work, and I could do an initial office tour by the end of July. I finished my new, I don't know why I didn't color that in all the way, but I did finish my brand board. I think it's because there's one element I wanted to work on for the rebrand process I'm working on. And then the new website, I've got a little bit shaded in because I'm like ready to start working on it. I just haven't had the chance yet. I thought I would do it when I was in the hotel, but it didn't really work out that way. I feel like if I just give myself a day or two, once my desk and computer are set up, I should be able to get it all good to go. Registering the kids at school, I know all the documents that we need. I know where most of them are. I'm just waiting for one to come in now that we've moved into the house, and I should be able to do it all online. I have a list in my bullet journal actually of things that I want to get done before the truck gets here, and that is one of those things. So hopefully that will be done by Thursday. Unpack all boxes. I have no idea. That's the one out of all of these where I wonder if I'm gonna be like, the kids' boxes won't be unpacked because they won't be here till the 31st, but if I can get the rest of them, or at least, I don't know, like I don't have any bookcases yet. So that's the one I'm not sure about. All the ordering of the furniture is done. Most of it has now arrived that we have ordered. We're still waiting on my couch and my big couch and our dining room table. And then there's other things we haven't ordered yet, but that's because we are gonna take our time deciding. But basics, are, for the most part, ordered and most of them have arrived. Find new doctors. Colored most of this in. I figured out, I think, the practice we're gonna go with, and it takes our insurance. I'm pretty sure. I gotta double check that. Really, I just need to get to make the appointments. Again, another thing on my to-do list to do before Thursday. And same with make maintenance appointments. That's the one where I need a little bit more input. I'm meeting our new neighbors and talking to them and hoping to get some suggestions from them to make those appointments. Also, I have to add to that list that I have to call the trash today. I should do that right now. I'll add that. Let's remember that, Cindy. As for weekly action items, I put coffee date, spend some time with a friend. It hasn't actually been coffee yet, but I have spent some time with a friend. Both the first week and the second week, I have somebody that I'm gonna be seeing on Wednesday, and so it's just the fourth week to make sure I get somebody. So that's been going okay. And then the daily action items, the water has been relatively good, and honestly, that's been because it's had to be good because it's been so dry. And the AM walking, the PM walking, so. Those aren't going so great, but the water is, and I'm just gonna take it as a win. So I'm feeling okay where we are this month. It's a lot to do. The Powersheets looked pretty plain for me, like they weren't as filled in, but it's because every item on there is a big kind of chonker. Let's go to the month in review, which I already filled out, and I just wanna talk a little bit about those things. So the people I'm grateful for and why. The guy at the dealership who helped us when we got stuck and I had to buy a car. If you haven't seen my vlog of our trip to Denver, then you're like, you got a car on your trip? Yeah, that video, I'll link that up above. But anyway, he really helped us. He brought us food when we were hangry. He was great service, 10 out of 10. And the sellers of our house are awesome. Good things this month, new house, bro. What I read or listened to, I thought I was gonna do audiobooks in the car. I wound up really listening to my playlists I've been doing for the challenges every month. Barf dancing jams and singing in the car were the two that I really listened to the shit out of. My favorite memories from this month, actually, again from that video, my air conditioning went out on my old car and I drove through the Salt Lake Desert, the Great Salt Desert, for 2.5 hours on a 110-degree day with no AC, and I did it. It was something I didn't think I'd be able to do, and I did it, and I'm proud of myself for that. And then getting into our house, of course, was favorite memory, and Loki's first time like flopping over for belly rubs in a sun patch, which showed that he really was starting to get used to the house. That happened a couple days ago, and it felt really good. Goals that are growing, well, this month, my home goal, because yeah. And I'm choosing grace over guilt about not being really great at vlogging as things are happening. I really would like to get better at that, but that just seems to keep going down on the priority list. I'm gonna say no to this month buying stuff for the sake of stuff, because it's gonna be really easy to do that, especially before the truck gets here and it feels like the house is so empty. But I'm gonna say yes to sitting outside lots in my new backyard. So that was my month of July thus far. As I said, I'm filming this and I still have another like week and a half left in July, but in the meantime, this is a good place, I think, to stop. And I'm gonna jump now into my August Powersheets. Here is my Prepare Well page for the month of August. I'm still using the Scribbles That Matter fine liner. That's the one I've been using the last couple of months, I think, and I'm really enjoying it. I'll fill this out and then we'll talk about it. My important to-dos for August, and there's more, but like I'm still so much in the midst of the move that it's kind of hard to prognosticate forward, but I put work on furnishing the house, get the kids' doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, and start school. The kids actually don't need to go to the dentist probably for a few more months, but I do want to get those appointments in line. And then get Loki to the new vet, both cats, but specifically Loki, and then get back to work. I'm excited for settling into the new house, hanging out with the kids. They'll be back on the 31st of July, so by the time you see this video, I should be hanging out and having fun with them and their new school year. On my mind is seeing my new kidney doctor and getting relisted on the kidney transplant list here in Colorado, and Loki, getting him what he needs, getting him back on his fluids and everything else. And then I'm hopeful that we can get into a rhythm and find our new routines in this next month, or at least start that. As usual, I'm skipping the calendar. And so we're gonna go to Brainstorm Your Month, where I'm gonna flip back to my revisited goals and all of my different things I wanna do. And I will check in with the things that are finished or the things I anticipate being finished by the time August starts, because as I have already said, I'm filming this video early, but first I need to find all my colors. I haven't done that yet. When I did my quarterly refresh, and I will link that up above, I did specifically say that this quarter was going to have some goals more concentrated in one month than another, just because of how things are shaking out. So I'm sure that that will be something that we see as we move forward. My first goal, grow my community both deeper and broader. So I had put this goal on complete hold. I think that it is time to start working on some of this. So we have various things going on here. And I think for this month, I'm gonna be working on, I want both the Facebook group, what did I say? I don't even remember what day I said, but that's okay. I'll worry about that later. But I want to, for the Facebook group, pick mods and update rules. And then for the podcast, I need to plan the first quarter back, create the guest list, start recording episodes, maybe work on the launch strategy. I think this is gonna get condensed into 2 bigger pieces of my, because this is a lot of to-dos. I think what it is actually gonna be condensed into is the podcast launch, relaunch strategy, which I think is going to relaunch strategy and planning, which will encompass planning the first quarter back, creating the guest list, and the launch strategy. And then my second goal for this list will be to begin recording new podcast episodes. So those will be basically two monthly situations. And what color is this? I don't even know. I'm so out of touch with my shit right now. This is the darker green, yeah. And then as for the Facebook things, pick mods and update rules, what I think I'll do is put that on the weekly list. And so each week I need to do something to get my Facebook group reopened so that in September I can reopen it. Moving back, we've got develop systems and sustainabilities in my business, the mini goal being prepared for the Q4 holiday. So set up new office. I have not done that yet because the truck hasn't gotten here as of the filming of this, but it will be done. At least the basics. It won't be fabulous yet. That's gonna keep getting worked on, but it'll be ready to work. It better be, because I have shit to do. So I'm not gonna cross it off yet, but I'm just gonna pretend it has already happened. And so what I need, these 3 things here: plan YouTube content for Q4, plan holiday launch, and Skillshare plan for Q4. Those are I'm gonna put all together into Q4 planning, which will be a monthly item, and then work on the series 2 fuckery flowers. I may not finish them this month, but that will be a weekly action item if I put one day aside each week to put some actual art time in on the fuckery flowers. Infuse all aspects of my business with creativity, the rebrand. So this month, I'm supposed to do the new website. I don't know if I'm gonna finish getting to that this month or not, but I do wanna get it done in the first half of August. I may move it from July to August, but if I do, I'm not gonna do it now. You know what? I'm just gonna put that on there because I can be realistic with myself and know that I probably will not finish it this month. I may get work done on it, but I'll just make the assumption that I'm not gonna finish it this month. My kids pretty much did not get any of this. The registering at the new school, again, that's something that needs to get finished. Like basically the day I'm filming this, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Get their rooms basically done. That will probably be the August thing. Nighttime routines, sleep hygiene, morning routines, and chores expectations. A lot of these things we're gonna begin this quarter, but they are this month, but they'll probably be worked on through September. So I think this month what we will work on is nighttime routines and morning routines, and sleep hygiene, those 3. Chores expectations, we'll talk about this month, but I think we'll work on implementing them in September. But because school is gonna start in August, I do wanna work on morning and evening routines with all of us. As for getting their rooms basically done, I think we might work on that throughout August, but I think my goal will be to finish that in September. I round up just putting nighttime routines and evening routines. I think the sleep hygiene will kind of happen at the same time, but I think we're just gonna work on getting those set, and that may actually be something that I apply to myself, not just them. Moving to the next goal, the establish our new home and situation, order and assemble the furniture basics. So all the stuff has been ordered for the most part. There's still bits and pieces that we're gonna need to get here and there, but for the most part, everything has been ordered and almost assembled at this point. I'll be working on some of that after this. Moved successfully, haven't crossed it off yet because it hasn't been finished. We talked about that, the unpacking all boxes. The new washer and dryer has already been taken care of. We were originally not gonna do that this month, but this in July. However, we were able to take advantage of a sale and the delay actually worked in our favor. Find new takeout restaurants. We actually have done a lot of that already too. Make a list of dream items, schedule painting and carpets. Those are 2 separate things. So I'm going to put on here for the home appointments, the home things that we need to schedule painting and carpets is going to be, and get the kids' rooms unpacked because they will not have been home until August. So their shit, I'm not unpacking it, it's their shit. I don't even have to do it, I just need them to do it. Rooms, apostrophe's in the wrong spot, I hate that. Unpacked. I need to supervise that. Moving to my physical health with routines and habits. We want to establish routines in the new house. Morning routine, evening routine are both things that need to be handled. Those are both just gonna be the same with 2 dots next to them. The establishing care providers, that is happening this week, but I need to actually see them. There is that. Meal planning and grocery shopping, I think, will be the other focus. Plus, I'm gonna put walking on there. It hasn't really happened too much this month. It's been really hard with the altitude, so I do wanna continue that. So we're gonna put the AM walk and PM walk, and maybe we should have the kids do that as well as part of the routine. For the weekly ideas, I'm gonna put meal plan and cook. Like meal plan and follow through on it. Both kitties are like excited about us for some reason. They're at the point where they're wandering around, but they really want to know where we are. And the house is big enough where they can hear us and they still don't know where we are. We have my mental health goals. This weekly coffee dates has been working really well for me. It actually hasn't been coffee. It's just been like hanging out with friends, but it's been working out well. And I think this month, I'm not gonna worry about connecting with local planner people yet, but I do wanna continue having a weekly coffee date. I don't think I'm at a point now where I can feel confident to not have that on my Powersheets, but I'm also going to put on here, explore UU congregations. Maybe what I'll put is like attend a UU service in the area, like, or something. Visit UU congregation, maybe that'll be what I put. And the rest of these things we'll work on in September because I'm gonna have enough going on this month. And then finally, my last goal is my adulting goal. So setting up home maintenance is the thing that we are working on. And again, I have not finished that this month. We're gonna want somebody to come service our HVAC, which I have not done yet. And setting up our home maintenance fund, I think will be the other thing. All right, I think that is going to be everything. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 monthly, 4 weekly, and 4 daily. I think that is just great. So now I'm going to take a few minutes and start setting up my tending list. My encouraging words for the month come from Ralph Waldo Emerson. A child reminds us that playtime is an essential part of our daily routine. Just a reminder that while we're setting our routines, to have fun with them. My priority is all Q4 planning. Not just the Q4 planning like for YouTube and stuff, but also the podcast. Just everything for work to plan out for the rest of the year. I put my priority for, aside from that, to be finishing the website. If it's not done by the end of July, it needs to be done in August. And then I also put down for my little like, I want to change that for a gold one. I don't have a gold one, but I do have a yellow one. It's from my like trying to use up as many of these stickers as possible. And as you can see, I'm getting pretty good. We'll use the yellow one since it seems to be all yellow for August, which wasn't on purpose at first. Anyway, I usually put this little leaf on the thing in the month that even if it's not something that feels like it's the top priority, will pay off in the long run. And for me, it's working on my flowers. And then I used the gold and the yellow stickers. I used a lot of things like starting fresh, little by little, and good things grow over time, just to remind myself we're gonna take small steps this month, but those small steps will pay off if we keep making them. So that is my tending list for the month of August. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening or entertaining or whatever it is you want from these videos. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, something you would like to accomplish, big or small, in the month of August. Let me know in the comments. I know a lot of us are either getting ready to go back to school ourselves or getting ready to get kids to go back to school or going back to school as a teacher. So I'd love to hear all about it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, peace.